Hello everyone. I am Harris. I'm from Team 6 and we call ourselves as Spartans. And the reason for this because in the past 3 days we've been working on this thing called SPARCTA or Sparctive Annotator. And I'm the lead of this project and mostly focused on the front end part of the project. We have Anmol, he's working on the database and also back end. We have Akram, he's working on the database and documentation. We have Archit, and he's working with the back end and also documentation. So for those of you who are familiar with Spark Portal, you may have realized that to this date, we only have a way to preview a JPEG-2 file using Biolucida Viewer. But what about Tiff? Tiff is a very common microscopy image file format. Unfortunately, right now for Tiff, we don't have a way to actually view it in the Spark portal. So we have to download it, wait until our download finishes, and then we can open it in our local computer. So this is where our solution comes into play. It's called SPARCTA. It's a Tiff viewer and also annotator for Spark. So the Tiff viewer was built on top of OpenSea Dragon and did some images. And the reason for this is because we want to preserve the resolution without having the user browser broken because of the files being too large. And using our viewer, users can view the TIFF images, zoom in, zoom out, and use full screen if they want to investigate further of the image that they see. We also provide the custom annotation, and we built this using Annotator. And using our custom annotation, user can create, save, and share the custom annotation directly on the images. So this is how it will look like. And now every time you see a TIFF file, you will also have an extra action button. And if you hover over it, and if you click that button, you will be directed into our SPARCTA viewer. This is the overview of the SPARCTA viewer. On the left part, you have the toolbars of the things that you can do with the viewer, and you have the image on the right part of this SPARCTA. SPARCTA offers different functionalities. So for example, zooming and panning. And if you want to explore it a bit further, you can also go into full screen mode. You know that now you have a very large screen, so you can identify detailed cells in the tissue image that you have. Not only we allow the user to preview or to view the file, but we also allow user to create annotation. Maybe when they see the microscopy image, they find it interesting and they want to keep track of everything that they see in that image. And using SPARCTA, you can create annotation based on that. You can add command, you can add tags. And the annotation shape is not only rectangle, but it also comes in different shapes. Like for example, you can use ellipse, you can use polygon, and for some specific tissue that you want to highlight a bit detailed, you can also use our freeform annotator. We also care about reproducibility and reusability, so this is why our SPARCTA has download and upload functionality. Download, you can download the annotation that you created, and by upload, you can upload it later back when you want to see the annotation that you created again in the same image. So the goal is to eventually integrate the SPARCTA to Spark Portal, just because we have a very limited of time. What we think is we created a simulation on how everything will fit into the Spark Portal environment. So we have the SPARCTA front end. This is basically just some few components try to mimic the current Spark UI, and also we have the SPARCTA component inside of it. And also we created the backend using Flash app. And the idea of this one is it will be the one that serves the information that is being needed by the SPARCTA. We also created a mock database, and inside of it, we have the annotations that the user created to actually mimic how the user can create different type of annotations. We believe that SPARCTA will be impactful, firstly, in a way that it will improve the user interactions. So if previously the user has to download large image and wait for it, now with SPARCTA, they can directly preview the image. Or if previously the user has to download some custom software and has to pay for it to annotate images, now they can just use SPARCTA in the Spark portal. We also believe that this will foster collaborative community, especially because we have this upload and download annotation functionality. So user can share the annotation with their friends if they want to share some insights and highlight important features directly on the Spark portal. SPARCTA also supports the FAIR principle. So we believe that SPARCTA enhances the fairness of TIFF images on Spark by making them more findable in a way that TIFF files now can be better explored, accessible in a way that TIFF files on Spark can be arranged, can be accessed anytime, anywhere with no need to download, interpretable, because right now it's the annotation will be understandable and shareable to other people, reusable because we allow the download and upload of custom annotation so users can share this one to their friends and they can see what kind of thing have been annotated so far. We have a lot of ideas, to be honest, that we want to work with SPARCTA, but because we have a very limited of time, we try to prioritize on what kind of things that we need to get done in like 3 days. So we really want to integrate SPARCTA into Spark portal. We want to support multi-dimensional, multi-channel, multi-slice TIFF files. We also want to change the tile generation from static to dynamic now for deep zoom files. And for annotation, we want to add more features, like for example, maybe we will allow the users to create their annotation to be public so more people can see it, and it will definitely offer more collaboration in the future. That's basically the Spark that we created, and we believe it won't be possible without the help from the mentors, the open source community, especially OpenSea Dragon, because the Spark that we created relies heavily on that library, and also the flat icon creators because we've been using flat icon a lot. Yeah, thank you everyone.